Hello, novel Strumpet. Couldn't tell. I'm in the mood to make a new costume. More specifically, I'm in the mood to correct a costume. This one. In case you watched my vlog not quite a year ago, I made this. And it's supposed to be a Regency Era homage to the Jiang sect from Mo Dao Zu Shi, which I will from henceforth just refer to as MDZS because I try not to butcher the names of the characters and the book and everything in there as much as possible, even though I'm going to be butchering them, and I apologize now, but I don't like it. Haven't liked it since I made it. It's not bad. In general, it's not bad, but it's not what I wanted. I shouldn't have painted these flowers in bright colors. Everything about it just does not say what I really was trying to make, and that was more of an homage to Madame Yu and Xiang Chang. This more says Xiang Yan Li, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like her character, just not what I was going for. The only thing on this that I do still like is my Clarity Bell. So that will be coming over to the new costume. And in case you couldn't tell, the new costume is going to be Victorian era. Oh, before I get too deeply into this, warnings. I will probably briefly be talking about some intestinal issues I have, maybe a little bit about weight and stuff. Nothing deep as in like any kind of eating disorders or anything of that nature, but I know for some people any mentions of it can be triggering, so I just want to give that warning out now. Also, traffic is really loud and I don't want to close my window because I'm liking the breeze that's coming through, and so yeah, I apologize for that. The noise is going to be anyway, I'm a mess, but what have you. We're going to talk about correcting a costume. I have not liked it since I made it. I tried. I really tried. I tried everything I could. I just could not make it work how I thought I was going to make it work. And I realized that it had nothing to do with not being able to put Zitian together properly or lighting it the way I wanted to. It had everything to do with the fact that I picked the wrong aesthetic for it. It should not have been Regency from the start. It should have been Victorian. Repressed Victorian. Slightly steampunk-esque. So, I've been noodling it for a few months now. Like, how do I fix this? And I've been looking at different Regency era styles to think, oh, well, maybe I'll change the top to more of a military look, or maybe I'll do this, maybe do that. And I finally just had to give in and say, no, it has to be Victorian. Problem with Victorian is as much as I love the Victorian aesthetic, I love it. You name an era until you get until about the 1890s. Not really a fan of that going forward. But up until that point, I love pretty much every piece of the Victorian era and the styles and everything. I can't wear a corset because I have intestinal issues, specifically lower intestinal and colon issues, and I cannot wear anything that is restrictive. And I'm not even talking restrictive in like putting on a corset and tightening it into some ridiculously tight thing. I mean, even just putting it on and wearing it like you would a normal undergarment, right? Just something that kind of like holds the shape so the clothes sit properly. But I just can't have it there being compressed in any way, shape, or form. So I have to figure that out. I have made this pattern before for this outfit that was kind of a homage to a certain Victorian detective that I love, and kind of an OC that I was coming up with at the time because I had the idea for writing this book, and obviously that's never happened, but kind of made that as an inspiration on both sides. And so what I did was, because I couldn't wear a corset at that time either, I'd already developed these issues, was I built the boning into the outfit top. So I have ordered some more boning. It'll hopefully come in soon. I don't know if you caught it in the little intro where I was throwing everything on the ground. I'm using truly Victorian patterns. I'll leave a link to them down below. But what I plan on doing then is this in purple, this in black, and then because I'm using patterns that are known as the natural form, I think, they don't require a bustle. So I'm also using this skirt pattern, not the one with the ruffles at the top, but more this look. And then I might also do this over skirt. I gotta think on this. But yeah, so I've used these patterns before. I'm gonna have to adjust them a bit. I'm a little bit heavier than it was at the time that I made the last one. Um, but I can do that. That's not a problem. I can figure out how much more material I need to cut against the outsides of the patterns. So I have bought the fabric, right? So I have this purple. I don't know if it's going to show up purple on the purple and this black. Um, I have this kind of lace because I might put that over the black in the middle and the back middle. Maybe use it as trimming on some of the draping motorcycle skirt. And then, like the last time, I bought some stiffer, like cotton canvas to put in between linings, and also have some interfacing to put in between to try to stiffen things so that I could put the boning inside the outfit itself to try to hold a bit of a structural look. Thankfully, because I'm not going 100% historically accurate on this, I don't care about such things. So that's the outfit. I'm really just needing to wait for the boning to show up so I can kind of decide that. And then I can start cutting things. Yeah. The other thing is Zitian, right? So I had bought this ring and this bracelet to wear. I had something that connected them, but I got to figure that out again because it just didn't work. Which I've seen a lot of people buy this to use for Xiancheng cosplays that were all in some very good company and have very good taste. But this is gonna be the hard bit, right? Because I want to give the effect of a lightning whip without actually being able to make a whip out of lightning. Can't really build Tesla coil on my hand or turn my arm into a plasma ball. You know, those little things where you stick your fingers on the top and all the electricity things just shoot out at you. Um, so I gotta try and figure that one out. Have some ideas, been looking into some things, namely, like how do fishing reels work? That toss and then push a button or something and reel it back. Or tape measures. They have some tape measures where you can pull something out and then either push the button and it comes back or what. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. I'm trying to look into the mechanics of those things. Also, been looking online for just some inspiration or people who can make little lights that I can put places because I am in no way, shape, or form engineeringly inclined at all. Nope. So I have to rely on other people and their genius for that. So if I do wind up buying things, of course, I'll give credit to them if I vlog more about the making of this outfit and show what I buy for it. But this is the thing that's really, yeah. Thing is like I love the steampunk aesthetic. I've done it before. I did a steampunk-esque Sith in the past. So I made the skirt and I made this like backpack that I wore with like the electrical elements that like powered the lightsaber. Obviously, I am playing loose with history on this one because the timing is going to be slightly off. It's not really going to be steam powered, but more like electricity type power. So somewhere between an Edison Tesla-esque thing. I don't know if that has a punk name to it. I mean, I know there's steampunk, diesel punk, other types of punk, but does that have? Anyway, you get what I'm saying. So I gotta keep noodling, essentially. Noodle, noodle. So I can make something. My hope is to, again, have it done in time for Comic-Con in July because I have a ticket for one day, 2 ticket lotteries, and I got 1 ticket. Gone are the days where I used to go to Comic-Con and buy all my days ahead of time, or be able to buy the days when the tickets went on sale. It is nuts. I've been going for so long. I can't remember. Like, it's just, I get it. They want new blood. They want new people to come, not old jaded people like me. I've been doing it for so long, but still. But I want to make that one day count. And if I can get this done in time, if not, I can definitely get it done in time for the Labyrinth of Jareth Masquerade. And then I'll have it, and then I can wear it to other things. So anyway, I'm rambling at this point. That's where we're at. My brain's all over the place with it, but I'm gonna figure it out. The other thing, lotuses. I don't know how to incorporate those on this one because I'm not doing this again. Again, it works for this. It's fine on its own without it being anything other than just a pretty silhouette. Great. But if I did paint it on there, like, what am I going to do it on? Am I going to do it on this so it's like in the draping and so you can't quite see it? Because I don't want to do it where it's obvious, right? But maybe I can find some trim or something to give off the, I don't know. I'll think about it. Anywho. Also, I don't know if anyone else has this issue, if it's just me, but sometimes fabric speaks to me. And while I was wandering Joann's to try and figure out a different Regency aesthetic I could do, I found this pattern. It's juniors. I know it's juniors. I'm going to adapt it. But this one specifically from this simplicity pattern, this minus the sheer arms, I really like the style. And so I thought, oh, maybe that's going to be the Jiang look, right? Because it's more buttoned up. But then my brain was like, you're not doing Regency. It's got to be Victorian. I'm like, you're right. But I'd still already bought the pattern. I'm walking around in this fabric, sitting, and it went, psst, psst, come here. And I was like, yes, Mr. Fabric? And it was like, you know what you want to do? You want to take that Regency pattern and you want to use this fabric and do a knee sect homage. And I was like, knee sect? I mean, Jiang, obviously, Lan, I would completely understand. But knee? I like Ni Mingju. I like Ni Huasong, but they're not my favorite characters out of MDCS. And it's like, no, you want to do it. And I realized the reason my brain wanted to do it was because I have this outfit that I made like 15 years ago. This was like my first Regency outfit I ever made. And I was looking through some pictures and just off the cuff, my head went, oh, you know what? That would have been a perfect knee sect. Like, that would have been a perfect Ni Huasong homage outfit. But, meh. And then I moved on. But apparently my brain did not. So, but obviously this is going to be secondary to the Jiang one. Because now I also have to figure out, like, am I doing Ni Mingju? Am I doing Ni Huasong? Am I doing both? The thought of having a saber strapped to my back while also carrying a pretty fan and telling people I don't know while brandishing his saber is actually quite hysterical to me. And so, yeah, we'll see about that. I've also got to figure out, if I'm going to make any changes to this kind of design outside of the sleeves. I'm going to do the sheer sleeves. No. Yeah, okay. I think I've rambled enough. Anyway, that's where we're at. I'm going to try to remember to vlog as I go along and as I get materials and I start the process. Um, Again, mostly for me than for anything else if someone happens to watch it. Hi, welcome. Thanks for watching. And yeah, that's it. So until next time.